All right. Let me see here. We are coming through. That's a delay. Let me see if I can switch. All right, let's run with it. Okay, let's test. There we go. All right, let's see if we can record. Yes, gotta. If this is better, it will not be better. That's before. Okay. It's much better. And so let's see if we can get this right here. See if it's coming through. That's coming. There we go. All right, guys. So let's hit record here. Hey guys, welcome to another Wednesday mentoring training. I do apologize for my voice here, but um kind of congested, so please forgive me. Welcome to the Suno Part 2 training. And also I wanted to do some content audits, but it's looking like things are working out to where we have to do that next time. But I did want to go ahead and make sure you guys got this part two, because the first time we broke down how to start and create audio and like songs for audio. And the reason why we did that is because I started this with the motivation to keep you guys from what had been happening to me. And every now and again, it still happens to me. I would use a piece of audio, like trending audio, as most of you guys know, on TikTok or whatever it is. Usually TikTok, because TikTok now has this deal with CapCut and things like that, and they like their sounds to be on their platform. It's not to say that Instagram and YouTube don't have that, but they do. However, TikTok was my main content platform. So that's kind of what I did. And what it ends up happening sometimes, I say sometimes because it doesn't happen as often as it used to, but it happened enough, right? Where I would make a video, follow all the content mechanics and stuff like that. That's in the 6 week boot camp and stuff like that, tags, titles, all that stuff. And then the trending audio, whatever it is. And then maybe like a week or 2 weeks after I post a video, somebody will be like, you know, sending me an email from YouTube or whatever it is, and they'll say, well, the audio's been muted or whatever because this, that. The person who made the audio submitted a claim, right? It doesn't affect my channel. So if you see that and they're just talking about the audio, the trending audio, the music in your videos, then you don't have anything to worry about, right? Your channel's not going to get taken down, right? It's just the person who made the original audio, who put the time in the studio to actually make the music, they're submitting, hey, this is my song. Right? Hey, this is my track. So it's happened to me enough where I was like, I want to do this. I want to put this on for you guys. So you guys always have this, right? Now, I don't know if it's just what I have been searching. It could very well possibly be that because, we think we see a lot of things on social media and, it keeps popping up in our feeds or whatever it is, but it's usually what we're searching and what we're looking into, right? But Suno has been one of the top vocal and music generating platforms on social media, on the internet right now. And I tried it because of a student here, Chris Colquitt. Heard about it from him, tried it out, and I figured because this is the way that I am, that I want to be able to share this with you because I'm actually using it myself. And that's a callback to you guys because one thing in maintaining authenticity and integrity is try not to refer things unless you've successfully used it. Now, there are maybe one or two things in my entire 20-year career so far I have used it, did not like it, and still told people, well, look, if you want to use it, you can use it. Try my endeavor best not to do that. And it's been like maybe 3% of the time out of 100 that I've done that. The only how I will review something, or I will not review, but the only how I will tell people to use something usually is because I've used it, I've liked it, and I continue to take part in it almost a weekly, monthly, or whatever basis, right? If I use it pretty often, I'm going to be reviewing it, right? So that's why I wanted to do this training for you guys. And it was a long-winded way around to kind of tell you about that, but I want you to understand, right? Ownership is why I decided to do this. Because when you use Suno, especially when you use the pro version of Suno, which is like $8 a month, right? You get to own your own tracks, right? And in part one, I showed you how to do that, showed you how to prompt Suno. If you're not sure how to do it, I literally go through in that training how to use Chat GPT to take what you want. You just tell it what you want and tell it for Suno and you direct it. I showed you how to do that. I've not seen part one. Go check out part one and the 6 week bootcamp and the resources. It's the Suno AI training. So make sure you do that, or you can just search it in the academy, right? Now, what we're going to cover in today's training is how to use it in your content, right? Now, even though, and I have to be transparent here, even though I don't necessarily use TikTok as my main content production tool all the time, like as far as posting is concerned, still like the interface better than any other platform. So what I will most of the time do, because this is my position, I'm not telling you to do it. This is what I do, my particular business, my particular situation. If you decide to do that, you can do that as well. But if you don't, which I don't recommend you do this, if you're brand new, don't do this. Just create content from TikTok and then you can download the content, have it saved to your phone. I'll run through briefly how to check that real quick with you. And so you can see it here. All right. So let's show you how to use your tracks in Suno. Use your tracks. So we covered how to download your created Suno tracks. They created two. I show you one I had previously created before the training in part one, and then I created one live with you, so you knew how to do it. Now we download the track and we download it as a video and we take it to TikTok and then you can download the video and share it to other platforms. So we're gonna do that real quick from a how to use it perspective. So just as a review, let's see if we can share here. Let me bring up Suno here before we hit the share button. Right. So here we are. All right. So let me share really quickly so you guys can see. So this is the Suno library here. As you can see, I've been a little busy. I've been a little bit busy creating songs because that's kind of what I do in my downtime, my relaxed time, things like that, just because it's fun. I actually like doing this. Okay, so let's jump into the last one I did, which was, yes, Takers 2 1.5. right? It's a song that I created that talks about the economy and things like that. It's a kind of political piece where I'm talking about current events and things like that. If you want to listen to that, you can definitely go to my Suno channel and listen to that. But for sake of time, I'm just gonna click the three dots here by the published version, right? And this is where you would download your song or save it as a video. This training, I'm going to advise you, okay, so you save as video, right? I'm not going to actually save this because I already saved a version, right? And there's space on my phone. So, I just want to not have to use the extra space. So I'm just going to click it and save as video.
What do you mean? Someone like me? I didn't
And
mean,
this is kind of a
oh,
series.
nah.
So what it'll
Sam,
do,
I know exactly what you mean. You said someone like me. So tell me,
is
what exactly is it about?
click 60 minutes.
What do you mean?
And this is how much
Someone
it'll
like me?
advance.
I didn't
And then
mean,
you hit
oh,
download
nah.
video.
Sam.
When you're selecting, if you press and hold in the middle and slide, you can pick which part of the song you're going to use because right now, at the time of this recording, the maximum is at 60 seconds. Maximum for the video that you can use without a screen record, right? So if you know how to screen record on your phone, great. I'm not going to go through that here because you can YouTube that, but you can select which part of the song that you want to use. Now, I recommend using a part of the song that hits most, a song that punches most. If you're just doing something for like, let's say B-roll posts where you just, drinking coffee or whatever it is, you have text on the screen. If you want to do that, you can do that too. But I recommend using a part of your audio that has the most punchy part of your song, the most catchy part of your song, and then have part that kind of loops back in. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. But once you select,
So tell me,
right?
what exactly is it about someone like me that doesn't belong in that chair? My bad.
Once you select that, you hit download. Once it downloads,
So tell
you wait for a few seconds, it'll download to your phone, and then you can go to TikTok. All right, so let's go to TikTok. All right, let's see here.
The Patrick Clancy footage from the funeral?
I'll do the Patrick Clancy stuff. All right, so this is my main account, right? So you go to the plus sign, right? You'll see me here, and you should already know how to do this through the content mechanics training. But once you hit the plus sign, you go to the 10-minute, you select the 10-minute, and you tap on the picture at the side here. And then you will see your videos, right? So let's say it's this, right? Now, I did this, excuse me, selected this part just for sake of the video. We'll do part one, right? It's still loading here. I did part one because that's the recent one I did. So I'm just, either way, I just had you downloaded. You'll see it up here. You select it, you hit next. And then once it loads, you'll see how to edit it like it is in the content mechanics training, show you how to edit the video the way you want it to, and you do it as you usually would do, right? But here's the major difference here. When you're uploading this, I would recommend if you're doing this before you post the video you want to use the audio in. So I have already uploaded a video that I have used a particular song in from Suno, right? So let me show you guys that real quick. I'm gonna start over, blow this out, right? So where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah. So there's a couple now. Right, there's a couple now. Let me see if I can find this up. Okay, this is the one. This is the first one I did.
Automation, 4 skills, 1 calling. God took what I learned and turned
Right.
it into purpose. 5-figure months.
This is the one that I call the hunted, the track here. And if you notice, if you click on my face at the bottom right of the screen where the audio is, you can see that I've used now 5 videos with this particular song. Well, 6 videos, including the original post. Now, what I mentioned when we started on TikTok here, as far as showing you how to do this on TikTok, when you're uploading your song and you're finished, right?
They say,
This is going to be the full version of what you downloaded. Now, this is a screen recording that I did on Suno because, like I said, the maximum is 60 seconds, right? That they will allow you to download from Suno, even as a video, right? So if you want to do it as that, you can do it as that. But if you want the full version of your song on TikTok before you use it, so you can use it in how many other videos you want to, you screen record, right? And then you edit it as you need to. All right. So this is the first the I would say half this version of this song, but it's the half that I wanted to use. Like I said, I picked a spot in the song and I recorded it, screen recorded it so it can come up like this and it'll look like this, right? So excuse me. So where this red button is, it says use this sound, right? So you hit use this sound, and then it'll bring you back to the previous video upload screen, just like when you hit the plus sign. So you hit the 10-minute, and then you hit the picture on the bottom right. And let's just say you had a piece of B-roll that you already recorded. I'm just going to use this one because it's a text on screen post, right? B-roll is just where you're doing, it's not your A-roll where you're on camera and you're talking, right? That's your talking head video, like the one in the middle you see there with me with the hat on, right? B-roll is just where you're um focused on something else. The camera's focused on something else,
they
right?
say,
And so see now
you're at death's door.
you hear it,
But
right?
heaven wasn't finished writing my story.
And you see at the top there where it says Millionaire Insight Media, right? That's the song. You make sure that's the song that's playing, and then you can actually go into the editor here. Once you go into the editor, you'll see, as I've showed you guys before, the audio section is that blue strip at the bottom. What you can do when you click on the blue strip, you'll see the word adjust, right? So like you see how when the video started, it started from the beginning of the song, which is what it's supposed to do when it loads up the song, right? When you use any sound, that's what it does. It starts from the beginning of the track as they have it there, right? But you can, when you hit adjust, you can move to different parts of the song, right? So you move to the middle of the song.
Testimony, now every breath belongs to you.
And I like to use in posts like this, I like to use what's called a reprise, where it's a higher vocal, higher tempo type uh, sound, a part of the song, because something like this is like uplifting style thing. So that's why I would use this part of the song. If you notice, the waves are bigger, right? Than in the beginning here, it's real thin. So you can see the light purple versus the dark purple. When you hear a bigger part of the song, you'll see the wave get a little bigger. Like those are the louder portions of it. So you'll see which parts are bigger and play with it
Go
too.
teach people how. Lord, that isn't funny. He answered, go
Right.
learn, then teach. I'll show you the way. Everything changed. Not overnight. Everything changed. Not overnight, but one obedient step at a time. Everything changed. Not overnight.
And here's the thing, I get real cerebral with this because if you notice, when it started playing, I selected the part of the song where it talks about everything changed. And in the text in the video, right, it started when the song was talking about everything changed. Look at what's on the screen, right? Look at what's on the screen. It's talking about exactly how things changed, right? It's like we're talking about in the four keys training, um, where you were, where you are now, and what's changed for you, what's gotten better for you, and where you intend to go in the next 6, 9, 12 months, and how to get people to come with you. Now, if you notice, this is how even this video follows, right? But this is in reverse. This is starting from the end and coming all the way back to the first key. So it doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes 4, 3, 2, 1, right? And then it gives people a chance to come with me. But again, when you're selecting visuals and audio and things like that, you want to keep with the storytelling aspect. So that's why when you have on screen how things changed, that's why I have it. When in the song, it says everything changed, right? But it says not overnight, right? So that's me saying to people, things can change for you, but it won't happen overnight. I hope that makes sense. So the idea is that you keep them locked in visually and you keep them locked in emotionally and you keep them locked in mentally because they're reading how everything changed, right? And once you're doing that, once you're done selecting it, you hit the check mark here. Now you have a full version with the part of the song that you want. And I get so cerebral with it. The very beats of this song, the changeovers in the music, it changes scenes. Now, I don't always get it to land perfectly like that, and you'll see that in a second. But doing that and taking that extra step sometimes, it definitely helps hit home, right? Now, let's take a look at it. It's only 30 seconds, so it won't be long.
If I have kids, what am I supposed to do? Then I heard him. I know you need money. Go teach people how. I laughed. Lord, that isn't funny. He answered, go learn, then teach. I'll show you the way. Everything changed. Not overnight. Everything changed. Not overnight, but one obedient step at a time. Everything changed. Not overnight. Content creation, marketing, SEO, automation.
Mm. I'm sorry. I like how that came out. I'm sorry. I do. I like how that came out. So that last part where it talks about the four skills, right? Literally, it hit right after this visual pops up here. How to make money creating and selling digital franchises, right? It literally popped up when it started talking about that. That's how cerebral marketing gets, guys. That's literally how cerebral marketing gets, right? And I'm telling you guys, it's a good idea. And you know what? I think I will use this. I think I will use this. I'll just save it in the draft, right? But here's one thing I do want to mention right here, though. As I'm right here, I think about it. When it comes to adding your description, I see a lot of you guys still tracked where I was. What do I mean when I say that? As far as your description, I was still in the I gotta say something at the top of my description to communicate what I want my customers, my viewers, whoever, people watching this video. I gotta save that top line to tell them what to do next. Guys, let me tell you, I've since evolved from that because I understand now that it's not just about that. It's about getting, especially, listen, every other platform, I will say, okay, yes, do that, right? 100% do that. Give your customers something instructive to do, or at least tell them, or put the title of the video, whatever it is, so you can have it for them to understand, or tell them whatever you want to tell them in the captions or whatever it is. But listen, guys, on TikTok, specifically on TikTok, you want your video to get ranked, right? So I'll say this again. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The very first line in your description has to be how your video will get ranked, right? So how to start in digital marketing, right? That's your first line. Or how to become a content creator, a content tip. Like, I wouldn't use content tips for like B-roll unless you're teaching in that B-roll, like teaching content in that B-roll. But just for advertising what we do in digital marketing, right? As far as learning the skill, right? People will type how to start in digital marketing. So let that be the very first line in your video, right? And then you could say whatever else you want to in your video. Why? Because you want the algorithm to know what it is the video is about and who needs to see it, right? And just listen, everybody's going through a low viewpoint, right? As a matter of fact, let me come off share here so I can show you guys this, right? Let me come off a share real quick. Hold on one second. Let me save this. All right. So here's the deal, guys. I understand on TikTok, everybody's going through a view situation. Everybody's going through a view shortage. Whether you usually get millions of views, you're only getting thousands of views, or you were only used to getting a couple hundred views, you're only getting a couple, double digit views or whatever it is. You may make it over 100, whatever it is. The goal is not the views. The goal is getting the message across. Because once you get your message across, people will purchase, people will buy, and people will buy into the outcome that they need. It's how you don't need to have a lot of views to make good money, to make clients come into your business. Because listen, if your message hits, your message hits. And this is the reason why we are doing high ticket digital product creation and selling, right? Because if you're only selling a digital asset like a PDF or whatever that's only worth $7, yeah, you gonna need some high views. You're gonna need 10, 20,000, 30,000 views to make bill paying money. You wanna pay rent, you wanna pay utilities and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you sell a $7 product, you're gonna need high views. But when you sell a product that's $2,500 a sale, you only need to connect and have a client buy a couple times, five, six times, right? And you have a decent month, right? So literally four times, and you have 10 grand, 25, excuse me. $2,500 a sale, four times, 10 grand a month. See how that math works? Literally, you're not relying on going viral. This is why I say going viral. Yes, it's cool. Yes, it's sexy, but you don't have to when you're in high ticket digital sales, right? And listen, I created my product, right? I created the digital power builder, poured my heart and soul into that, and everything that I learned into that in order for you guys to understand. But you don't have to create something when you just start. People have this idea that they have to create everything. And I understand that I'm talking about creating audio here. But if you've watched part one, you've literally created your own tracks in less than 15 minutes, right? You own your own tracks. Nobody can come say, well, they own the tracks, right? And here's the thing I want to add in here, right? When you saw in the taker's screenshot there, you saw Millionaire Insight Media, right? I started a social media page that had all the songs that I want to use, like the audio that I want to use, and I had those on that page, and then I just go click on the circle on TikTok for the profile picture that you saw, like you saw my face. It was because I uploaded that particular song um onto my main page and onto my main TikTok page that has 10,000 followers at the time of this recording, right? Literally uploaded it first and then started when I made other videos that I wanted to use audio with or music with, right? I use those in my content. So it's my music, my vocals, talking about speaking vocals, and it's my visuals inside the package there, right? So you own everything, right? And I understand that it, like I mentioned, it involves you getting the pro version of Suno, but $8 a month, it's not a whole lot. What I will be covering in the coming weeks, as soon as I get a chance to figure out how I want to present that, I'm going to throw in there how you're going to step up from those B-roll videos to actually using your Suno tracks to create videos, like music videos, storytelling videos. So you don't always have to be on camera. Like me personally, I love being on camera. And like when we first started doing this 3 years ago, I used to be staunch against faceless content. And there was a season I was against faceless content because I didn't feel like it connects as much. And I still feel that way that it doesn't connect as much, but it still can make you a lot of headway in the industry. But the caveat is your storylines must be impeccable. You must, when I say impeccable, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to connect, has to be moving, has to be stirring, right? You have to come with the authenticity, right? And this way, it's a simpler way for you to do that. Right? So we went over how in part one, how you can create tracks, how you can create audios that you can use so you don't have to rely on people's audio. I've shown you how to take those samples from Suno, download them as a video, or even save, you can even save the actual audio file. Like there is a desktop version, right? There is a desktop version. Let me see if I can show you guys that because I said I would. Let me see if I could show you guys that. Let me make sure I have this correctly. Hold on one second. So I said I would show you guys the desktop version. So let's do that really fast, right? So let's see. There. I'm just gonna hit share, share alike, optimize for share, bang, bang, boom. All right. So this is the actual desktop version. right? So you have the app version, which you've seen before, and you have the desktop version. If you guys are still using CapCut, whether you're using CapCut desktop or you're using CapCut, um, what you call it, or you're using CapCut, the app, listen, you have the option here to see all these. And let's say you wanted to do, let's pick this one. I'm not gonna play it because again, that has nothing to do with business. Well, it kind of does, but it's only on a message type of sense, right? So, but you'll see here if you click on the three dots, whether it's on the app or on the desktop, you can literally come in here and download the MP3 or the WAV file or whatever it is. You don't know what get stems are. I don't know what get stems are, right? But the pro version, you'll be able to get the wave audio, you get the stems for if you're building your track manually yourself, or do the video, right? Just like we did before. And I have the pro version, so I can do that. And it has the 5.5 version, right, of the AI. So it's better that way. You can literally just download the MP3. You can download it even if you don't have the pro version, right? And you can take it to CapCut and upload your audio where it calls to upload the audio. Because when you go through the CapCut training inside the 6 week bootcamp, you'll see where you can select your sounds just like you would on TikTok, and you go through and it'll allow you to upload your audio. So whether you're on your phone or you're on your laptop or you're on your desktop, you can do that right here, right? So I'm still about a third of the way getting all the way acclimated to Suno, and I'll continue rocking with Suno for a while until I feel confident that something else I want to move on to. But I see it, I like it, I use it, and I just want you guys to be able to have the same kind of experience too, where you have the ability to define ownership in your songs that you're using for your videos and not have to rely on people who've created things. Now, and just as a sidebar here, it'll be awesome, right? Like if you guys have like Apple Music that TikTok uses, and you have an artist profile on Apple Music, you can actually use that to connect it with your TikTok and upload your sounds from there. If you want to do that, you can do that. If you don't want to, don't even touch it, right? Have to make those caveats because people be like, "Ooh, let's go do that," and it's like, no, don't do that. You're not if you're not down for that, you're not down for going down that rabbit hole. Don't do it. Keep it simple. Spend a couple minutes creating the song and download the video, then upload it to your TikTok page. And then once you upload it to your TikTok page, then you can start creating your videos, whether it's B-roll or whether it's talking head videos, and use your audio use this audio feature on TikTok. Once you're done, it'll save to your profile. As a matter of fact, let me do that so you can see. Let me share my screen one last time so you guys can see, right, real quick before we hop off here. Right, let's go to
Days when
TikTok.
Lindsay was working.
Right, let's move this aside. Go back to the track we almost uploaded here.
If I have kids, what?
Right, and I'm gonna adjust the sound there because I like to have my audio like start with words, like start with complete thoughts, right? So I'll go back and adjust that. But when you go to this screen right here, where you're putting in your descriptions, putting in your hashtags or your captions, right? You would start there, and you would go to more options, right? You would go to more options, and you see where it says save to device. You make sure that's toggled, right? You make sure that's toggled. and then you go ahead and post your video. Right? So I'm not gonna post this yet because it's not quite ready. And I'm gonna post another video before I share this video. Like so I stagger my videos, talking head versus B-roll, talking head, B-roll, and things like that. That's how I do my videos. That's what I've recommended in the past to you guys, right? So, all right. So let's come back off of share so we can close up here. The major thing that I want to leave you guys with, right? The major thing that I want to leave you guys with is this is ownership, right? Ownership is everything, right? My son agrees, right? Ownership is everything. You guys don't know that. Owning your own visuals. Right? We're gonna go into next time we pick this up, which probably won't be next week, but I have to be prepared for this to be able to bring you guys the video creation that I want to show you that works for me and that will work for you, right? I want you to be able to own your visuals, own your message, own your audios, so you can go out there and present a full body of work in your content, right? Because if you're serious about this content creation game, that's what you're going to get to. You don't have to get there on day one, but step by step, piece by piece, you're going to get there. In 2023, I didn't even know that this was possible. I was still creating videos without background music. I was still creating things without a lot of things in my videos in 2023. But I learned and I got better. I practiced every day. I practiced. I posted 3 to 5 pieces of content almost every day, and I kept getting better, right? This is why I love this. This is why I love the fact that you guys have KDA because I didn't have KDA when I first started in 2006. I didn't have that. I didn't have DGC when I started in 2006. But in 2023, when I figured out how automations worked, when I figured out how emails worked, when I figured out how to set up my back end so I can focus on creation, because that's what I wanted to do. That's what I love to do. I love being creative, right? Focused on that, and it helped me to be able to focus on the things that mean the most to me, right? So that's what I want you to understand in this moment. You have the opportunity to learn these 4 skills: the content creation, the marketing side, the SEO side, the automation side. You're going to be able to learn this here in the Kingdom Digital Academy, and you're going to learn it piece by piece, right? I try my endeavor best not to overload you guys with too much. And if you guys have questions inside the academy, you guys are more than welcome to do that. I do these to help you because I've created over 105 different digital assets. And the only reason I'm not at 200 is because it slowed down because I wanted to one, smell the roses, and two, just kind of give you guys a clear path on how to follow in my footsteps. Because I followed in somebody else's footsteps. I didn't do this alone, right? So please, guys, maintain this that you're not taking on a whole lot, getting overwhelmed. Slow it down and actually take intentional steps so you can take the progress in your journey that you need. Because here in the Kingdom Digital Academy, your journey is personalized, your journey is customized. That's why we do group and we do one on one training, right? So, guys, with that, I'm going to hop off. If you guys have any questions, those of you that are in the academy, make sure and tap in into the comments below of this replay and let me know. Inside the academy and in this video on YouTube, please let me know how this is going for you. If you're interested in joining the academy, if you're not already in the academy, let me know. Put it in the comments. Go to kingdomdigitalacademy.com. Put your email in. You'll get the information on how to get enrolled. We have our free enrollment period coming up, so make sure you prepare for that. You'll start seeing that here in the next couple of days, so you can get that. What the free look period, the enrollment period means is that you will be able to get in without monthly, without monthly cost, right? So the open enrollment period is your time to get in without the monthly cost. It's going to be one time after the enrollment period ends, the open enrollment period ends, then you're going to, well, let me say this. Let me say this. There are going to be select times where I'm offering people without the monthly enrollment. So here's what I'm gonna do. Today is Wednesday. I'm going to give you a chance to get started. If you're watching this right now and it is not yet September 1st, I will give you the opportunity to get into the Kingdom Digital Academy for a one-time fee. It's normally at least 197 to get in for because you get ongoing help, ongoing training, right? So this is my time away from my family. I'm sacrificing for everyone that I help. That's how we keep this train moving forward, right? So for the entire open enrollment period, you're going to get access to certain things that you wouldn't get access to before, right? So for now till September 1st, I'm going to give everybody that watches this the chance to get access to Kingdom Digital Academy, no monthly fees. From September 1st onward, it's going to go back to what the monthly fees are because you have your one time your payment for your digital franchise, your digital program, and you're going to have your monthly that covers your training every single month and all the resources and things like that that you will get access to on a monthly basis, right? So you have both of those that will be continuing post September 1st, right? So after September 1st, is going to continue to function that way, right? Because listen, it's just the cost of business. The idea is to get you making money so you can continue to invest in yourself. And unlike other communities, like you have seen, I'm going to give you stuff. The 197 that people pay for entrance into this academy because here's the thing. There are people that want the marketing education, they want the marketing training, and they don't want to sell digital products, right? They don't want to sell digital products. They have a brick and mortar business or they have a brick and mortar service that they provide things for the community wherever they are, but they want the marketing training. They want digital marketing training to be able to promote their business on social media and they don't want to sell digital products, right? So, what of them? If they don't buy digital products, are they supposed to get the marketing training for free? God forbid. So that's why it's $197 per month for people to get the ongoing marketing training, right? When you feel like you're proficient enough, you can stop the monthly. I'm one of the few people that'll tell you that, right? So make sure you understand clearly what this is about, right? I know there are people that do ongoing marketing training for free and all that stuff. You can go ahead and do that if you want to. They're not going to be as committed as I am. Yeah, I said that because I know the commitment that I bring, right? So I'm telling you how you can get access to this open enrollment period in the Kingdom Digital Academy from now till September 1st. Anybody that's watching this will September 1st, 2026, you'll get access to the Kingdom Digital Academy for one time payment. Whether you choose a digital starter at 597, you choose a digital accelerator at 997, you choose a digital power builder at 2500, or you choose the marketing codex at 9,700, those are your four different options. There are installment plans on them, so you can take a look at that, and you get in where you fit in, right? That's the biggest thing I want to communicate to you. Get in where you fit in, right? If you have not already purchased a digital product and you want a pre-built business and you don't want to start from scratch like I did, listen to me. I recommend it, right? So take a look at your options. There are options through Klarna and Afterpay at checkout. So make that happen. All right, guys. For those of y'all who are in Kingdom Digital Academy already, thank you guys so much for being a part. Remember, guys, in your stories, share your takeaways on social media. Share your stories from your takeaways today. Every Wednesday mentoring, that's what we do. And that's how you keep it fresh in your mind. That's how you put what you're learning into action, right? So, love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. So, until next time, guys, live life, love God. See you when I see you. Peace.